about a month ago, I was scrolling through Facebook, and there's always a lot of great recipes being shared on the Cooking Without Looking Facebook page. I don't know if people notice, and I'm not sure if this came across that or another person, but there was this recipe that said 2-ingredient cake that involved a cake mix and a can of soda pop.
No.
And I was like, I am just super curious about this. Let's see if this works. And so my first cake I made was like with an almond cake mix with some root beer. And let me tell you what, I was shocked because it was so moist. So the soda, the carbonated drink, serves as like a leavening agent that replaces your eggs and your oil, and those bubbles kind of expand to create this incredible moist thing. It's shocking. It's shockingly good. Amazing. So, and then I won the Anyday Cookware last month, which is beautiful cookware. It comes with four nice size, different sized dishes with lids. Anyway, so I said to myself, well, next time I prepare something on the Cooking Without Looking TV show, I'm going to use the Anyday Cookware to thank our Anyday sponsors. So then I made a cake last week with a strawberry cake mix and strawberry soda. Delicious. And I did it in the microwave, and I cooked it for 6 minutes. Imagine that, making a cake in 6 minutes.
Just 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Amazing.
6 minutes. So today I'm going to make a tropical cake. So I've got a banana cake mix and some pineapple soda.
Pineapple soda?
Pineapple soda. Pineapple carbonated soda.
Okay.
So, and I put my oil. I have all my stuff here. I literally put my oil inside the bowl here, so inside the Anyday cookware, so I wouldn't forget to put the oil in. So I'm gonna just put some oil in here, and I did a little Anthony there. I used my finger to feel how much was going in there. Now you can either use your hands to kind of move it around and make sure your whole surface is covered, or you can use a paper towel. A lot of people don't want to get oil on their hands. I have to say, if you're a person who don't want to get your hands dirty, cooking is probably not for you, right? Don't you agree? So I have a little bit of extra oil here, so I'm just gonna pour this out in my sink because I don't need that much. It was just a tiny bit extra, but it was extra. Now watch how easy this is. I am literally gonna put this cake mix. Already opened it up. I'm gonna pour this cake mix right into this dish. Banana cake mix, but you can use anything. Listen, you can do a chocolate cake with a Coke or cherry Coke. I heard it's really delicious with cherry Coke. Set that aside. Now, so because it's my birthday, that means I'm getting a little bit older, right? I have a little problem pouring these big bottles. So I'm going to pour this soda.
I don't buy those big bottles. They go stale before I get to use them all.
Oh, well, that doesn't happen. And, oh, by the way, you want your soda to be at room temperature. When you do this, you want your soda to, and it does not, you can't use flat soda. It needs to be, you do need to have it to be the carbonation with the bubbles. So I'm going to pour some into this glass because I really have a hard time pouring into the measuring cup at this point, just because my arms are a little older. I'm not old, but sometimes
29, right?
Sometimes heavy things are just hard for me to pour. So then I'm going to pour it into my measuring cup. Now, if you're using a cake mix, you could just use a can of soda. a full 1 box of cake mix, 1 can of 12-ounce soda. But I didn't find the sodas in I didn't find pineapple soda in a can. So I'm measuring mine out, and I'm just pouring it into this cake here.
How much soda are you putting in there?
12 ounces. 1 cake mix, 12 ounces. Okay, so I just measured. I just put
soda
2.
Works out perfect.
Yeah, so it's super easy.
I'm trying.
Now I'm going to take my spoon. And I'm just going to stir. I'm going to stir a little bit. You don't get a mixer out or anything. You're just going to use a spoon. You just want to make sure that the cake mix gets all the liquid. Now I'm going to have to use my hands, and y'all saw me just wash my hands because I can't really see all that powder if it gets covered with this.
I was going to say, how do you tell when it's mixed?
I'm going to use my hands. So I'm just mixing it really, really good. And you'll feel the texture of it changes. It gets that, if you make cakes, it gets that kind of puddingy kind of a feeling. The puddingy feel. It gets that texture to it as you stir it. But you're not going crazy you're not whisking or anything. You're just kind of folding. That word, you remember that folding, how you just kind of keep getting it mixed in. So you're
trying not to lose any of the carbonation or very little.
Exactly, because that's what expands to make the moisture. So we're almost there. Almost there. Just feeling it. So for anybody who can't see, I'm using my right hand to stir, and I have kind of my left thumb and my forefinger in there, pointer finger in there, just so I can kind of feel, is the texture getting to where I want it to? And now I'm going to own something here, is that I always I'm kind of like Anthony, with the cheese and the bacon. Sometimes just adding those extra things gives it a little extra, goodness. So this is where I want it. So let me just wash my hand here. I love working by the sink, and I have a little towel hanging here on my dishwasher. So I chopped up a little bit of a banana, some nuts, various nuts, and some coconut flakes I got here. And I'm just going to pour those in here too. So I'm going a little beyond my 2 ingredients just to give it that extra special deliciousness.
Your personal touch.
Just to make it extra special. So I'm going to mix that in a little bit in my Anyday cookware. And like Anthony was saying, taking my hands to feel to all those. You don't want a big clump of nuts and coconut all in one bite. Well, I might, but the average person might not want to bite in and get all that in one bite. And I didn't use a lot, just a little bit to give it some flavor or some extra little niceness. Gotta just get that. So guess what? I'm done. That quick. So now, just washing my hands. I'm going to grab the lid to the Anyday cookware. Now I'm going to tell y'all that the Anyday cookware is glass. So you kind of, or I don't know, I guess it's glass. It's breakable. So you got to be careful with it. So and when you cook with it, you make sure that the kind of the lid, there's a little lid, and you can press the lid, pull it up or push it down. And when you cook, you need to pull it up so that the steam gets out. And when you store stuff, then you push it down so that it stays fresh. So I'm going to put it on, the lid on, and I have my little lid pulled up. And I have a braille, my microwave is brailled, so I'm going to go run over here, and I'm going to put it in my microwave for 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
Just 6 minutes, okay.
6, can you even believe 6 minutes? Isn't that shocking? Somebody calls you and says they're coming over, you can have a cake ready in 6 minutes. Here we go.
Maybe 10 minutes with prep.
Okay, with prep, that, yeah.
What's that?
So it's going. Let me grab my finished product here for you. So I also, because, you know, I was making myself I made myself a chocolate mousse. I'm just going to turn that off so we don't have that background noise. I'll do it afterwards. I made myself a chocolate mousse for my birthday. And so I had to whip up all this heavy whipping cream, and I had some left over. So I created a quick little chantilly cream, which is nothing but a heavy whipping cream and something to sweeten it, like a confectioner sugar powder. But instead of that, I used a little amaretto infused honey. So my cake is right here, and it has the little amaretto infused honey chantilly cream on top. I'm going to take a bite so I can tell you how delicious it is. I'm going to take a bite to tell you how delicious it is.
Now, I'm a big fan of maple syrup. Would that work well?
For what? For what?
For your topping?
It is fabulous. A 10-minute dessert, including cooking. There you go. Fabulous. I don't know. Yes, I think you could do chantilly cream, or you could just put some maple syrup on top of it.
Yeah, it's a liquid rather than being a powder.
It might be a little hard. I love maple syrup too. Can y'all believe that? 6 minutes in the Anyday cookware creates this amazing cake.
It's still cooking, right?
I turned it off so you don't have the noise. And then so what you do afterwards is you just let it sit in there I let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes. And then once it's getting a little bit cool, you can turn it out onto a plate to store it.
Is there different sizes of cake mixes?
No, they're all the same. Well, listen, sometimes there are some shrinkflation going on.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes. This was a 15.25 ounce cake. I know that because I asked Alexa how much specific soda stuff. So yeah. Any questions?
The average cake mix box and a 12-ounce can of soda.
Yep. That's it. No eggs, no oil, except for oil to grease, to just put on the pan.
Put oil in the pan, yeah.
And in the oven, if you do it in the oven, you just follow the instructions for whatever. Like if I did cupcakes one day with it, and you just do the cupcake time and temperature from the box.
I'm a big fan of the microwave. I love that. 6 minutes.
6 minutes.
Love it.
Now, what I will say is you kind of have to test that because the recipe actually said 6 to 8 minutes. So I've done different things to see where is it coming out the best. And for me, 6 minutes is what's come out best.
Hey, Sylvia, we have a question.
Okay.
Paul?
Yeah, does it matter if you use 0 sugar soda, or must it have regular soda?
I think it's just about the carbonation. It's just about it being carbonated. Okay. It could be any kind of soda.
All right.
As long as it's a carbonated.
Anyday cookware, any kind of soda.
Very good.
Yeah, you don't have to do it in the Anyday cookware either. But I wanted to try the Anyday cookware, and it worked great. I will also say about the Anyday cookware, it is the most amazing thing. It comes clean, so easy.
Yeah.
So, any other questions? So some other ones you could try are a yellow or white cake with orange soda. You get like a creamsicle cake. I don't know. The options are limitless.